It is pouring it down outside. But we're in for a back day. We are in for a juicy back pump. At least I hope we are. I'm busting to go to the toilet, to be honest with you. I'm so hydrated. So it should be a good one. I've ordered a mic as well. I've ordered a mic. Finally. It's only taken me 3 weeks. I know. Yesterday I was like, okay, I'm buying one today. So hopefully the next few videos should be here. And then my audio won't sound so bad. And I'll probably be mic'd up through the lift as well. Do a mic up through the lift. Hear me groaning and moaning. But yesterday was supposed to be back day, but my lats were sore from stabilizing on chest. So if you ever get sore lats after a chest day and you're wondering how the hell do I have sore lats, was I using awful form or something like that? The answer is no, your form is fine. It's because when you're pushing and unloading the weight and then coming down on the eccentric, your lats are being used to stabilize you and you holding that weight. So I said I'll take today as a rest day because my lats were a little too achy, if I'm gonna be honest. Oh, there we go. Apparently they've just shipped. The microphone's just shipped. The email's just come through. But what was I saying? Yeah, so I was a little bit too sore to go yesterday. But today's fair game. I think I'm gonna do some T-bar rowing though today. And been because of my lats, so they're still a little achy, but they haven't been used in a proper back workout. They've only been used as a stabilizer muscle, which is like a secondary muscle. So to say it's been worked, you know, it's just not. I mean, it's sure it's been worked, but it hasn't been fully activated like you would in a pull down or in a row or in anything back related. So if you do have a bit of achiness, it won't hurt you to go hit it the day after. That is, of course, if it was just a stabilizing muscle. If you did actually hit lats the day prior and they're sore, and then you go hit them again the day after, obviously don't do that because you need to recover. But if it's just a stabilizing issue, it's not really an issue, it's just how the body works, but you'll be fine. So yeah, I think we're gonna go on the heavy Arsenal T-bar row today. Focus on more upper back, because I've been hammering my lats recently. It's been heavily lat orientated for the last month or two, which I'm not complaining. I'll take big lats over big traps any day. Of course, the goal is to have both, but I'm honestly not a huge fan of trap dominating physiques. When someone stood there and they're like this, yeah, it's just not the look. It's not the look. It's gotta be balanced out. And if that means having slightly underdeveloped traps compared to the rest of your physique to balance it all out, I'm all for it. Well, I think anyway. I've seen a lot of open league guys with massive traps and shoulder genetics that don't match. You know, their clavicles aren't as wide as the guy next to them, but their traps are so huge that it melds their neck and shoulders together. So you just look like a thumb, the human thumb, which is not it. To be fair, I haven't even done any sort of shrugging for a year, maybe 2 years. I just don't do any shrugging. I think rowing's enough for the traps. I'm gonna be completely honest. And same goes for rear delts. I never train rear delts directly. It just gets hit when you're doing rows or pull downs. I get it though if you have noticeably smaller rear delts and you need that extra bit of volume just to pick them up. But I'll be surprised if you're doing back day right. You shouldn't have small rear delts in proportion to your physique. There's just no way. But I'm sure there's one dude out there. One specimen. Yeah, and then some good mornings. I've been liking the good mornings. They're just nice on my spine. I don't ever finish a set of good mornings and feel like I've just broken myself to get a set. Whereas if I do deadlifts or rack pulls, it's the complete opposite. I feel like I'm going to snap in two. So I tend to stay away from those two lifts. And to be honest, it's a massive CNS drain. It is really, it's a massive CNS drain. You're not only using your erectors, but you're heavily using your quads, your glutes, even your biceps, just to pick the weight, just to hold on to the weight. Yeah, it's good mornings for me every day. It's more isolative as well. It's not even a word, but you know what I mean. And I normally always get a lower back pump from doing good mornings. Which, who doesn't love a pump? Who gets a pump from deadlifts as well? Like, no one. Okay, I'm sure if you did a cardio set of deadlifts, you would get one, but deadlifting and cardio, it shouldn't even be in the same sentence, to be honest with you. But we're gonna skip to the first set of, I think, T-bar rows, but you'll find out in a second.
Jealous of the fiends, like why you always on the phone for? Been about my thing, call me the strangest. Change keys, I'm ready to talk. Young man's been on the game for the kid, you did the 3 months is incredible hope. Purple man's getting involved. All of my haters getting them so. Bad bitch when they get in the clip, when they hear this, I'll see getting them whacked out like a phantom. Your phone keeps having a tantrum. You know boy with the party, this song your national anthem. Fuck gold, I'm platinum. Me bro shifting on magnums. Got girls flocking all over, cause I'm young, lit and I'm handsome. If you talk shit then I bang them. You're banned out to that mansion. You've never got no motion like.
That was a good ass back day. Like I said, pumped. Oh. Do you know what? Lats has got to be. It's got to be top 3 pumps, in my opinion. I think it used to be my second favourite after chest. I think now it probably, my top 3 probably looks like chest, arms, then lats. Chest, arms, lats. Chest being the best, lats being the third. Yeah, man. I've had some crazy lat pumps though, but I've also had some crazy chest pumps and crazy arm pumps. Back when I was just lifting to get a pump. I miss those days, a little bit. Because the pump work, well, it doesn't build the muscle, let's say. Right, it does, but obviously Jay Cutler was doing a lot of pump work when he was in his prime. Always focusing on blood flow. But I think now and then, every now and then, instead of going for the numbers, the number game, trying to get stronger week to week. Sometimes it's just nice to go a pin or two down of the weight that you usually do and just rep that bitch out. Just get blood pumping, because the pump's life. Pump's life, that's the motto. Pump's life. Live, laugh, pump. That's what I say. Good mornings were heavy today though. I did do 2 sets of lap pull downs and good mornings, but I only recorded the 1 set of each. Oh, and I completely lied to you. I completely lied to you guys, because I said that I was gonna do a T-bar row, but I ended up doing a chest supported row with a, is that a pronated grip? The one where it's like stay up like that? I don't know. I think so. Yeah, anyway, that Panata one, heavy as hell and a little bit uncomfortable as well if you use both handles at the same time. So that's why I was doing them unilaterally, if anyone was wondering. The chest pad, something's not quite right about it. When it's on your chest and you're doing both handles at the same time, it kind of wrecks your chest. It wrecks you a little bit. But all I need, the first set I did of 2.5 plates, I knew I was going to be around 2.5 plates because I like the hammer strength chest supported row, which is right next to it to the left. But the problem is with that one is it's a little bit too much bicep, just a little bit too much bicep. The way the machine was built and the axis that it goes along, it follows too much with the brachialis, which is a real shame because you know what, it feels really good. I would actually say it feels better than the Panata one, but it does, I have to actively think about engaging my back over my arms on that one. So that's why I switched up today. And to be quite frankly, I don't really love T-bar rows as much as I do a chest supported row. I'll go in phases though. But that was a really fun back day. I was nicely hydrated. Yeah. I keep forgetting to take electrolytes before the lift. Or throughout the day before the lift. So I need to get on that. I need to put the electrolytes in the cupboard of water. So I have a cupboard full of just water bowls. I need to put the electrolytes in there, because then I can just quickly pop it in the water bowl and bosh. Job's done. Just sip on that throughout the day. I also wonder if I'm having a little bit too much sodium in my my second and pre meals. I don't think so though, because I don't actually put salt on any of my meals except from the salt that is in the sriracha that I use. So I doubt it. Also, it won't make an insane difference, especially with the body fat I have. The lines are starting to blur. I'm watery as hell anyway, so it does not matter. But surely that little bit more sodium will draw more water into the muscles for a better pump. At least that's what I think. Oh. But back for the post. 125 grams of Cocoa Pops. Who doesn't love Cocoa Pops? Or actually, if you do have suggestions of OP cereal that ideally isn't high in fat, put them in the comments because I will try them. I'm a cereal fanatic. I love cereal. God nerfed me when he made me lactose intolerant because now I can't have milk. So I have whey. I've got this whey ESN's dark cookies and cream, it's called. Designer whey. That's what I'm having with the Cocoa Pops at the moment. It slaps. But before that, I was having the cinnamon cereal one, and that slaps. I had the perfect ratio. When I ended my cut, I had the perfect ratio of whey to cereal concentration. It was 30 grams of whey, 75 grams of Cocoa Pops, and the cinnamon cereal flavor complemented the Cocoa Pops so well. I was so happy with myself. So if anyone, wants to hop on the Cocoa Pops and cinnamon cereal combo, that's the way to do it. That's the 1-to-1 ratio. 1-to-1 ratio is 30 grams of whey, cinnamon cereal, 75 grams of Cocoa Pops. If you need more, you can just work it out from that 1-to-1 ratio. But that's it for me. I'll see you in the next one.